Okay, you know, in yoga we say you're as young or as old as your spine. And to that end, half sun salutations are really a nice way of warming up your spine, your hips, your thighs, and we're going to be talking about knees in a moment too. All right, so let's have our feet about 1 fist width apart with the outsides of your feet parallel with the outsides of your mat. All right, and feel really rooted and grounded through the soles of your feet. So if you lift your toes off the floor, feel your big toe mount, your baby toe mount, and the center front of your heel. So you're nice, rooted, grounded, and then lift your sternum up, stand nice and tall, starting really in Tadasana, strong like a mountain. And then inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, turn the palms out, bend your knees as much as you can. Bring your belly onto your thighs, tense your fingers on the floor. On an inhale, lift your hips, let the crown of your head float down. On an exhale, bend your knees as much as you can. Drop your hips, coming into a tuck position. Let's press shoulders back, lengthen from tailbone right to the crown. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down, taking up lots of space. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Let the crown of your head and your head really relax, hanging off your cervical spine. Exhale, drop your hips, shoulders back, long spine. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. Inhale, exhale. Tense your fingers. Now, if you need extra height to straighten your legs, put a couple of blocks or a cushion. Add that height, that stretch in the backs of the legs. Your hamstrings insert into your sits bones. If your hamstrings are tight, your lower back gets pulled out into a convex position rather than the concave. Exhale, drop your hips. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, float your arms down. Let's do one more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, shoulders back, long spine. Inhale, exhale. Okay, I want to talk to you for a moment about to lock the knees or not lock the knees. That's the question. Now, the first bipeds were animals, some kind of animals in Africa, and they kept their knees bent. They couldn't even lock their knees, but there was a reason, evolutionary, why they kept their knees locked. So if they needed to pounce on their dinner, some other little animal that they were going to have for dinner, or to avoid being dinner, they needed to be ready to run. Now, we as humans are able to lock our knees because we're not worried about being someone's dinner, nor do we have to hunt for our dinner anymore. By locking your knees, you can easily stand for long periods of time. And I want you to prove this to yourself by unlocking your knees and then notice how your muscles have to work in your thighs, your hips, and your hamstrings. Notice the difference. If your knees aren't locked, these muscles get tired, and the next thing you know, where can I sit down? Well, there is nowhere to sit down. Lock your knees. Tech guy's being funny. But yeah, so it's great that we get to lock our knees. So with our knees locked, let's do some extension, stretching, and twisting of your spine. I want you to think of your spine like the spine of a book. So you open the pages, you open the book, it rotates around the spine. Now, we're more than a book. So inhale, sweep the arms up. You can release your pointer fingers, make that little church steeple. Inhale, lifting up, 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 stretching. And then exhale to the right. Stretching. Keep that top shoulder right over the bottom shoulder. So don't let that shoulder come forward. Now, there are lots of benefits. When we do these postures, we breathe from the diaphragm. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, other side. And why does that matter? Because the diaphragm is your most important muscle for breathing. It actually affects your autonomic nervous system. There's a richness in the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange. So super important. You can't chest breathe in this position. Exhale, lower your arms down just to shoulder height, because this is another position where you're going to diaphragmatically breathe. This is a dome-shaped muscle just below your lungs. And when you breathe in, it pulls your lungs down, presses into the belly, which of course can force the belly out, but not when we're standing like this. And by the way, belly breathing, perfect for meditation. That'll be for another day. So holding your arms out, you are diaphragmatically breathing. You are managing and balancing the polarities of your body and your psyche. We are all yin and we are half yang. We have fear and we have positive vibes. We have everything. Lower your arms. Take your feet wide apart now. You are a 5-pointed star. Let's turn sideways. Breathing in, exhale, come back to the center. Inhale, sideways. Exhale, come back to the center. Now forward fold. Tense your fingers on the floor. On an inhale, raise your left arm up, reaching up and stretching up. Exhale, float that hand down. Inhale, sweep the other arm up. And exhale. Now we're going to lunge over to the right side. You need to have your feet fairly wide apart to pull this off. And then you're going to bring your bum as close to your heel as possible. And then up and over to the other side. Now, the importance of this, and if you have injuries or you have mobility issues in your ankle or your knee, this won't be for you today. But don't give up, because squatting, I'm just going to walk my feet in together and I'm going to drop my hips. Squatting is a posture that is one of the greatest anti-aging postures. So, you know, when you're getting into the lower cupboards in the kitchen or you're doing things, sure, you could bend over and do that. But you know what? If you can squat, and if you have to lift your heels off the floor, it's okay. I mean, a lot of women give birth like this. All right. So, walk your feet back in towards one another. Big toes can be touching, outsides of feet parallel to the outsides of the mat. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Transfer your weight towards the back of your foot. Make sure you can see your toes in front of your knees. And let's come into chair posture. Now, sciatica is a very painful condition. You have sciatic nerves on either side. This stretches the gluteus medius muscle. That can be a culprit in creating sciatica. But of course, we're strengthening the thighs for when we walk, hike, bike, run, jump. We need to keep these strong. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Lengthening. So this activates your core muscles. So breathe, you're lengthening from tailbone right through the crown. Exhale, slide your hands down the front of your shins. You're going to bend your knees again. Transfer your weight towards the back of your foot. Coming into chair, horseman's pose, Utkatasana. Sink your bum as low as you can. Stretching your gluteus medius, minimus, and maximus. These are the strongest muscles of your body. We need them strong so that we can walk. As I said, run, jump, skip, hike. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang. On an inhale, come halfway up. Shoulders back, lengthen your spine. Nice stretch again for your hamstrings, the backs of your knees, your calves. And one more time. Let's do another chair pose. Inhale, sweeping up. Or horseman's pose, because I don't know about you, I don't have a horse. But I can imagine the muscles that I'd be using if I did. Sink your bum as much as you can, and then exhale again, forward fold. Then I want you to soften your knees a lot. Let your head hang. Let your arms hang. Rolling up to standing one vertebra at a time and taking your time helps to create space between your vertebra for your discs. So keep your chin tucked, keep your arms hanging. Slowly rolling up. Keep that soft knee in your knees. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And the last thing I want to say about your spine is that you need to honor the curve of the lumbar, the sacral, the thoracic, and the cervical. They're like shock absorbers. If we walk around and we don't honor those, you have no shock absorption. You start squeezing the gelatinous discs out, and next thing you know, you have bone on bone, and you're like not happy. So practice yoga as often as you like, and it will improve everything about your life. Have a great day. Namaste.